I don't know if we can attack.
A few minutes later.
So this grows to 8, we can get it to 14. It's actually Hearthstone lethal, like we can threaten 20 damage here. I don't think we're getting better chances of winning this.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
Tahm Kench Galio OTK, let's go! The deck just fulfilled a new purpose.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
What's up YouTube and welcome to Tahm Kench Galio. Now I would say we're back into meme territory with this type of deck, but for some reason it performed pretty well. Only played 5 games with it, but ended up going 4-1, and it felt pretty good into most of the Demacia piles that are running around, as well as the burn decks and the aggro decks, because of the synergies between the challenger package, the effective defensive combat tricks, and Radiant Guardian, which is very easy to enable with all of those challengers. The current method consists of a ton of small units and swarm strategies, and that is where cards like Durand Protege or Durand Sculptor or even Shield of Durand, in combination with challengers, really shine. It can allow our Fleetfeather trackers and our Jaull Hunters to trade into 2, 3, 4 or even more units, so we're taking out attackers on both offensive and defensive turns. Brightsteel protectors of great help there as well. And for bigger threats we have Tahm Kench's Omnomnom, or also known as an Acquired Taste, as well as Detains to take care of those. Now unfortunately we don't have the best ways of protecting Tahm Kench. We can protect his stat line quite efficiently with all of the HP buffs and maybe giving him the tough keyword. Apart from that, we do have Unyielding Spirit, but we need to be wary against decks that play cards like Vengeances or Minimorphs, any type of hard removal, even Concerted Strikes, that our Tahm Kench can be vulnerable. But Tahm Kench is not our only win condition. I wouldn't even say he's a main win condition. He's more of a board control tool, and with the addition of Detains, it is much easier to level him up than it would conventionally be. So in many matchups, our win conditions will just be to out-trade and out-grind our opponents with all of these HP buffs, with all of these challengers and combat rings and Tahm Kench. Our main win conditions and finishers can also be Galio though. It's very easy to grow a wide board, especially against control decks that maybe lack AoE removal a bit, and then Galio hitting the board will make all of these units so much more durable, and that is especially nice with the Formidable keywords as well as Durand Architect that can just give it onto any unit we want. And another very cute interaction here is that Galio's Rally is very easy to trigger if we also have a Tahm Kench on the board, because on our opponent's turn we just play an Acquired Taste, it fulfills this condition, and we additionally remove a blocker our opponent would otherwise have. Apart from that, Gorlith, super fun, interesting finisher, just another card that basically says if you don't have a Vengeance Minimorph type of card, this is a real threat to close out the game immediately. And Judgment as a sneaky tech that can easily flip games around. Super cute with Radiant Guardian for full lifesteal value. Sometimes just with Formidable units to wipe the opponent's whole board, especially if Galio is protected by a Spellshield. And another cute upside of the current meta is that a lot of people are trying out freezes to get Demacia under control. So flash freezes, brittle steals, troll chants and so on. And those of course don't do anything against Formidable units. On the flip side, that does make us weaker to Culling Strikes, but can't have everything. One piece of advice if you want to try this deck out is that you should definitely be aware of the matchup and which win condition you're going for, because the downside of the deck is that it does not have a lot of card draw or card generation. The only real card generation here is Jaull Hunters creating sea monsters, which are situationally really nice. Sometimes you high roll an Abyssal Eye, but of course we're often not going deep with this deck, so the sea monsters are medium value, let's say. So we gotta be cautious with our resources and be aware of which units are worth protecting. Sometimes the challengers are super important. Sometimes Tahm Kench is super important if our opponent doesn't have proper ways of dealing with him. Sometimes we just want a wide board of any token, so we get Galio slammed onto the board and the easy level up for the finish. And final words, again, I'm not expecting this deck to be super strong. I think I might have high rolled a little in my games, but nonetheless, it is super fun to play play. It's very unique, and it felt pretty okay in the current meta, at least into all of the stuff that I was mostly running into. So I could definitely recommend trying this out, at least for fun, and I have some pretty darn epic gameplay examples for you. Wasn't that the Shellfolk deck? God damn it, runs Mini-Morph, doesn't it? Opponent cannot play around strats if you have none? Brilliant. No way they have Mystic Shot. Never ever. Okay, no Mystic Shot in hand.
We are Demacia's unseen protectors.
Okay, okay, they can't threaten TK next turn. We're going places. Maybe they just don't find Mini-Morph and we're chilling.
To the world below. There's always room for supper.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm sure there's something for mine.
Open attack, detain block looks bad. Next turn we'll have to detain and hope our opponent doesn't play Shellfolk.
It's too late now.
Guess I could have just open attack, but if Gnar blocks Durand, I'm a bit sad. Good thing is if they mini-morph TK, they don't get their units back. I mean, I can TK nom 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 and detain this, I suppose.
Where there's a will, there's a...
Thermo Beam's the scare card. Detain count for TK? Yes. For TK level up it counts. They might only play like 2 Thermo Beams though, and we already saw them use one. Please don't have Thermo! Gnar is so stupid. Yeah, I can't really risk it. Snack your 1-4. I wish it was possible. Swing into Judgment is kind of funny. I can't really pass. I think it's swing into Judgment. Three drop to scare his ass. We know they play Pokey Stick, Mystic Shot, and Get Excited. I don't think a 3-drop will scare them with 1 HP. Ooh, and we know they play Wall Up. I'm not sure if Judgment is good. Could let this go through, play Radiant. You could single. Yeah, but I don't want TK to die. It's one thing I cannot allow to happen. Oh yeah, now this turn I can single. Yeah, definitely. So my opponent's telling me they have something like a double Get Excited. Do we believe them?
All right, let's get to work.
4-6, let's go. I mean, now they technically can't stop the level up if I eat conch. Mini-morph, I suppose. Nice graphics. Okay, didn't really expect to get this through. Though that's a level up animation I haven't seen in a long, long time. Goodbye, Gnar. Fumes. Interesting timing on the fumes. Oh, let's go. 4-9 Radiant Guardian. Just some good player draws, just the usual. And I think I want to attack, right? Even though that might make my opponent prevent Galio level up. I guess Om Nom Nom first. I could also pass this down, get the level up. Each round the first time ally takes damage. That probably makes more sense because I'll get an acquired taste again next round. Huh. Kench can proc rally every turn the combo. True. True. How did no one think of this masterpiece yet? Ooh. They know what's up. Attacking is nonsense. I think eating this isn't good neither. That's interesting. Too bad they don't give keywords as well. Spellshield on Formidable would be so hilarious. And that's actually a problem. I don't think TK survives. My opponent holds something like Trinket Trade. What I could do is Bayou Brunch something like Galio first. Probably just the Radiant. The issue is Judgment if they prank it or steal it. Like if they have Trinket Trade we lose, right? Jaull into a Blitz Raid Fish, we're not deep. Rip. So Judgment and 2 unknowns. I mean, if these are somewhat bricky, there's still a chance for us. If one of them is Trinket Trade, we just lose on this spot. I don't think we sack TK at this point, right? So my opponent plays Judgment here. That should put them into a nice little fork. unironically snag Galio. Like, he doesn't really do anything anymore. Other option is snag Radiant Guardian. Oh, I don't have mana.
Bargain accepted.
Oh, I even forgot that he releases allies on attack. Oh, that's lovely. I guess we're open attacking next turn then.
I'm sure there's something for my tastes.
Okay, so 2 unknown cards. Oh, and he buffs again! Brilliant! Do we ever not attack? Too risky against Minimorph, right? Could Judgment to keep TK alive. I could Greed and play Bladekeeper first. But if they Minimorph, we lose Galio. This looks better. Okay, so 2 Shellfolk are left, 3 Fizzes, and 1 Gnar. Those are all the scare cards on our opponent's side. We can deal with Fizzes if we find Sharpsights. We just get the level up, let's go.
Magic comes in, might comes out. Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Man, this match is actually hilarious. I love it. I don't think TK survives this turn. Well, Judgment, technically. Could eat this to rally. Judgment on 1 unit isn't really worth it, though. Could Om-Nom-Nom this and then Judgment to protect TK. There's a chance our opponent just kills him, but I think that's our best shot. Gnar Augment is scary, yeah, for sure. It's a good chance TK just dies here. Let's see if our opponent forgot that we're holding Judgment. How do you ever win, though? Mr. Opponent. Wait, that Cloud Stance was low-key nasty. I mean, I guess our opponent just tries to stall until they draw another Shellfolk or a Fizz. At this point, it's fairly likely that this is... It can't be Trinket Trade, right? That would have been used. It might be... Oh, that's actually surprising. Would have guessed something like an Otter. I have something like another Glorious Evolution.
Hello, my large rock bird friend.
So we can buff Bladekeeper. And then pull Gnar, for example. Not Bladekeeper, Architect. Okay, 2-1. If our opponent can play a spell here, though, we're in trouble. In big trouble.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
What? That was inting. Why did you just play Shellfolk? So Gnar probably blocks this. On the second attack, this can take out the 13-1. Now we'll hit deep soon of the Sea Scarab. Could also not swing with this. How does that benefit us? In case they draw Fizz, right? Sad if they draw Pokestick. Well, Fizz is leveled at this point, actually. Kinda like not swinging with this. He can't attack ever. At this point, I also can't use mana in my turn, though. I'm very surprised my opponent sacrificed the Shellfolk. I think they might have forgotten the buff from the Architect. Was lacking Wincon. We technically have a Wincon. Our opponent just has better stalling tools. Jaull is a good draw. Ah. Devourer would have been so sick. Ooh, College is scary. It's really scary. Don't really want to give my opponent a Pokestick, but I don't have a choice, right? I could go deep next round. Not sure if that helps. Kinda don't want to give up my challengers. Maybe finding another Kench helps. We can't stat buff him though. Proactive Judgment. Pull 2 swing with all. I mean, we're not threatening lethal. This game is within grasp, but being so passive, making it slip away. Yeah, but we don't have place, right? The issue is our opponent always outvalues us, but we also don't have place. Why not trade? We didn't want to give our opponent a Pokestick last round. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how we win this. Like, we have nothing that helps us punch through enough. This is an okay attack right now. No Galio. If our opponent blocks Galio, we have a Judgment. The only question is if we would Judgment with Scarab or with Galio. Probably Galio after all. We know our opponent has a poke, but they'd need Get Excited plus Mystic Shot. So we have Sharpsight. Oh, this we can just let go through. Ah, but we're not getting a better Judgment than this, right? Like, we could let it go through. Yeah, like this, try to bait some resources out of our opponent.
Still awake, eh?
Is it though? Is it really the best play? My opponent already played their Judgment. What I will say though is it might have been better to Judgment with this Scarab instead. But that is very vulnerable to wall up, I suppose. Well, so is this technically. Oh, feels good. Okay, we lose one unit here, the Jaull. We don't get the deep. Our opponent still needs to find answers for Galio now. We have a wide board. Good thing is if we lose this Galio, then the next Galio we draw is going to be very useful again. Wasn't Guardian lethal if you had let the attack through without Judgment? Develop open attack? Yeah, but our opponent has... At that point they had, what, 3 or 4 unknown cards in hand, and they would draw one off of Pokestick. So, yeah, Hearthstone lethal, but not a realistic lethal. Okay, that sucks. What did you discard? The prank, okay. What? What's the Mystic shot for? Ooh! And we're getting the rally. I don't think our opponent can stop this. I hope they can. What a banger of a game. What a thriller. It adds value to the hand. Yeah, that's true. It's not really the type of value we need, I think. Braum ASol, that's gonna be funny. It's probably a peak deck, right? Could keep Jaull to take out a Rampstone, but the earliest we can hit it is turn 4, so it's not worth it. I think the Detain is a keep. Our opponent doesn't have effective single target removal outside of Invokes. Alright, that feels like a staple in this deck. I agree, I already cut it down to 2 copies. And I want to cry about it. I don't know if we can attack. I don't think we can attack. Because of the threat of the ramp thing. Faces of the old ones. Jaull cut? But I mean, Jaull gives us better value than Vanguard Sergeant does. That doesn't make sense. I think the list is good as is for what it's trying to do. It's just not a very strong deck, but kind of gets the job done. Buried in Ice and the 10 rub says we need to pressure it. Suppose. Yeah, I want Jaull to take this out. Or Tahm to nom it. Ooh, this Tahm will be invincible unless our opponent, of course, finds. Big stuff. Swallow an enemy. This is very close to lethal, though. Open attack with triple shield of Durand. And our opponent can't freeze this. It can only be Three Sisters and Tomb. This also improves our odds of getting a discount on one of these two. So this grows to 8, we can get it to 14. It's actually Hearthstone lethal, like we can threaten 20 damage here.
Appetizers of plenty.
I mean, YOLO, right? I don't think we're getting better chances of winning this. Tahm Kench Galio OTK! Let's go! Oh! The deck just fulfilled a new purpose that no one saw coming. Okay, let's find out who's playing the superior Demacia deck. What do I want on turn 3? Protege or Architect? Feels like Architect is really good. Probably bank mana on 2 to Sharpsight him. Giga Chat in hand.
Family's work lives on within the city walls.
One has Yordles in arms, the other doesn't. I suppose our opponent is playing the slightly better supplementary region to Demacia. But that won't stop us. Hey, that's cheating. Like, that's fine though. Sharpsight here. I'm surprised. We've expected my opponent to take out the Architect. I mean, I think I'll just have the Architect carry me. Just tank the hit this turn.
A mistake is the first step to improving.
I've made enough for the both of us.
Oof.
Swiftly. Must have gotten turned around. First step adventure starts with mushrooms.
Ooh, open attack into TK looks good. Still scary though, Yordles in arms next turns. But playing Jaull feels bad. Doesn't trade well. Let's open attack and just pray our opponent doesn't open with Yordles next turn. Gnar in hand, right. I still need to get used to paying attention to that graphic bug. We should probably take the end round here. We have the board lead. We don't want our opponent to build a big Yordle in arms next turn. Hothead KW.
Table for one, if you'd oblige.
Don't diss Hothead. What a fatal mistake I just did. I spoke garbage about Hothead. This is gonna come back and bite me. That looks a lot like a resolve. What? My man's tripping.
Said you'd
My man's had too many mushrooms. I'm not sure if this is Buster Shot bait. I mean, at this point, I can let the tracker go. Because we have 2 other challengers available to us. And not enough targets. It's Buster Shot bait, isn't it? Brilliant read right here. This might still be bait. But keeping this alive might be worth even more than keeping TK alive, to be honest. So either way, I think the Durand here is good. Let's go. Looks like an open attack. We could just push a bunch of damage here, like open attack and Durand. Like, Durand is gonna hit TK anyway. We take out Teemo and he'll have HP to Om Nom Nom something. I think that makes sense. If I play Jaull, I can't play Durand and Om Nom Nom. Oh, I don't think TK makes it through an... Ah, that's rough. Then again, like, my man didn't Buster Shot TK last round. It would have to be something like double pokey, right? Ooh, but the strike creates a... Doesn't it create a pokey stick? Ah, damn. Oh, it's fearsome. I mean, we have Detain. The Gnar isn't scary yet. Okay, no more double pokey stick, potentially a Buster Shot. Do we want to risk it? Could just take out Grandfather Fae, play it safe. Yeah, that's better, right? This is the prime Detain target. Vulnerable on TK is slightly annoying, but it doesn't matter too much. Ah, it could matter if my opponent has Yordles in arms, but... What you gonna do? Do they not run Sharpsight? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't consider Sharpsight. My opponent already used 1 or 2, but... Ooh, 1, I guess. Ooh, Galio, let's go. I probably want to rally. No more Galio this round, but this is absolutely necessary. If they rally, we might be in some trouble though. Well, not really. On the second hit, they'll kill TK. And if they Sharpsight, they can't rally anymore. And this I can just let go through. I mean, I'm always playing Jaull. Let's do it. Why not detain in combat in case they pull Kench with Gnar? Fair question. I guess the idea was that, like, if we detain Gnar while he's buffed, I think he comes... No, there's actually no reason, you're right. That was just a mistake on my end. I thought for a second he'd come back still having the buff, but it's not true. I mean, we just Gorlith this, right? Like, Galio is cute here, but Gorlith is just giga chatting this. What you gonna do when they come for you? Why didn't you detain Gnar with the non-vulnerable? TK level up progress. I could have done it with the Broadwing, but then I can't really attack with it anymore. I just assume they have some Did they play Conchologist? Alright, we just assume they randomly main deck Wallop. Go get him, Gorlith. Do they actually randomly main deck Wallop? Oh, of course. How could I forget? Well, that sucks. Down to 1 card in hand, though. Like, realistically speaking, we should win this.
Today the food fights back.
Jesus. So worst case scenario, this is a rally, right? I want to play the minion either way before attacking, though. Which 2 blockers do I want to set up? I think I want to set up Galio here. Ah, but Protege dies on the block. In that case, it could be these 2. Feels like it's just naked Radiant Guardian. I mean, that beats Aegis, and Aegis is the only card we're scared of, right?
Justice will be served. I will end this here.
Man, Gorlith with the hard carry. Let's go. This has to be it, right? This has to be it. Woo! The perfect 9 damage to Nexus. Man, this deck is actually really fun.